Yeah, so let's do it. Let's start with Paolo Banchero, right? I think that is the best place to jump in, the number one overall pick, and by far the best rookie to this point in the season. He's averaging about 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. There are some cracks in the armor, maybe we could say, in terms of his shooting efficiency, in terms of his shot selection, but overwhelmingly positive, and Paolo Banchero unequivocally looks like a future all-star. He's playing really well tonight against Oklahoma City as well. I caught a little bit of that game before we went live. I think he had like 9 points and 4 assists in the first half. Just everything in terms of his shot creation ability, I think, is what stands out to me. It's all translated at the highest level that anyone could have anticipated coming into Paolo Banchero's rookie season for the Orlando Magic. And I think he's unequivocally the midseason rookie of the year.
Yeah, totally agree there. He came in just so polished as a scorer, whether it's in isolation, whether it's out of ball screens, his ability to get to the rim as a rookie and physically shove off grown men who are trying to defend him is really, really rare. So I've been super impressed with the way that Banchero has played from a physical standpoint. And I'm also impressed by his playmaking ability. I think we talked a lot last draft cycle about how we both felt he was the best passer of any of those lottery or particularly top 10 prospects and picks. And I think that's shown thus far in his NBA career. He could stand to speed up some of his decision-making. Like he's still very much a catch, hold, survey, and try to operate an isolation type of player, but he's starting to get better. And we are seeing the Orlando Magic's offense just continue to blossom now that they have a true 3-level scoring threat and a guy like Paolo who has the reins.
Well, I think you're seeing the offense blossom in a couple of ways, right? So they're winning this game tonight. They're up 14. Since Paolo Banchero has come back from injury, they've been a lot more competent and coherent. I think in part that is the addition of Paolo Banchero. I also think it's the guards getting healthy. Markelle Fultz getting healthy has been really, really important for their ability to initiate high-level offense. Gary Harris getting healthy, I think, has been helpful just to have a veteran out there in a real substantial way. He's also hitting 43% from 3 and shooting 50% from the field. He's just making smart, intelligent plays out there on a really, really consistent basis. I just like everything I've seen from the Orlando Magic in recent weeks. I know that they, up until this game, had lost 3 straight by about 19 points. I think it went 19, 20, 19 in a row. But in their previous 16 games before that, they were 8-8. So I really do think that the signs we're seeing from this Orlando Magic team are very positive, and we should be excited about where they're going moving forward.
Not only that, Sam, Jalen Suggs, Jonathan Isaac practicing, maybe close to returns for those guys. Like I'm just excited to know what this Orlando Magic roster looks like when all of the pieces that can be here for a couple of years that they can build around and depend upon are going to be healthy. And I think Fultz being back has helped a ton. But, okay, how do you sort out your backcourt rotation once everybody's healthy? How do you juggle all of the wings when Isaac is an impactful defender and Bol has been the anomaly that he has this year? There's so many fascinating pieces of just young players that can be in Orlando and winning players for a long period of time. I want to see how they gel. But the most important thing for this franchise, they found the alpha, the number one option, the guy who can be their 20, 25 point per game scorer. He's doing that now as a rookie. He's only going to continue to get better. Paolo is far and away the best rookie right now.
Yeah, I don't really even think it's close. And, we can jump there to what our concerns are moving forward with Paolo, I think. It really is just like shooting efficiency and shot making. He has not shot the ball well from distance this season. He's shooting 31% from 3. It feels like a lot of our concerns that we had with Paulo's jumper still remain, just in terms of it feels just slightly out of rhythm sometimes. And then on top of it, the shot selection can just get a little bit funky as much as anything. He is taking a large portion of his shots as pull-ups and self-created opportunities. So you would expect the shooting numbers just to be a little bit lower. But at the same token, he does need to figure out a way to knock down the easy opportunities that he gets as a shooter. And currently he's not doing that at a high enough clip.
Well, and that's where I think having Fultz and Suggs and a couple of other playmakers that are going to be fully healthy can generate some open catch and shoot looks for him in higher volume. I think he's only taken like one, maybe two a game right now. I don't have the stats up in front of me, but I remember looking at it like a week or so ago. The more catch and shoot opportunities that he looks again, other guards who can create easier buckets for everybody else, I think Paolo's going to feast off of that. And it might take a little bit of time for him to acclimate to that type of role and not just having the ball in his hand every single possession. But in the long run, that's an area of growth where both he and the team can really benefit from.
Yeah, thus far he's taken 78 catch and shoot jumpers this season, according to Synergy, and has made them at a 32% clip when about 7/10 of those shots have been classified as unguarded opportunities. So you would like to see him make more of those. I will also note again, like you'd like to see him be a little bit more of a bully at the basket. I think that you look at his numbers at the rim. He's a bully on like the ground when he's in the run of play and is like moving guys by getting them to the rim. But I think he has struggled to actually finish at the rim a little bit. You look at his numbers there, despite him being 6'10", 6'11", so strong, so powerful. He is only shooting 56.6% there. These are all things that as he gets older, as he gets more experience, as he continues to add little tricks, as he continues to just improve your jumper in the way that you do from the time you go from 20 years old to 25 years old, all this stuff is going to work itself out, and Paolo is going to be an absolute stud. But these are the small things, I think, that stop him from being an all-star this year, as opposed to just a really, really good player who's unequivocally the rookie of the year and is very clearly the building block and the franchise player for the Orlando Magic.
No doubt about it. And, I always say that there is a correlation between rim attempts and rim efficiency and how well your team kind of shoots in theory. That is, the Orlando Magic maybe add another floor spacer or two. That's going to open up more room at the paint for a guy like Banchero to really attack and take advantage of some of those strength mismatches that he has.
And the other part of this is that he is getting to the rim a ton. He's taking 7 attempts at the rim per game. The other thing is he's drawing fouls at such a prodigious clip for a rookie. Rookies don't average over 7 free throws a game. That just doesn't happen. They don't get the calls typically. And typically they're not strong enough to just bully their way to the rim in the way that Paolo has been able to this season. So everything about Paolo, I think, is fixable on offense. The defense, he's going to have to figure something out because the defense has not been very good, but those are problems for the future. I'm not concerned about rookies that don't defend while also being excited about the rookies that do defend. That tends to be where I fall on rookie defense for the most part.
Yeah, celebrate a rookie who's averaging 20 a game because you found the focal point of your offense, and trust that he's going to grow into the defensive stuff later.
Right. Even if Paolo is not going to be a plus defender or anything, I do think he can get to average at some point. He's really, really smart. He has good footwork, even if he's not the fleetest of foot guy. Again, I'm just not worried about Paolo long term.